Hey there, and welcome. Today, I am going to share with you behind the scenes of the exact process I use to launch online businesses for myself and my clients. And I'm going to introduce you to the AI team I built to make it happen faster. A little bit about me, if this is the first time that we have chatted. I've been an entrepreneur for over 25 years. I've launched multiple businesses, and I help other women do the same. I'm really known for saving women from the tech tears that comes with building the business, but more so taking a big plan and breaking it down into bite-sized pieces so it feels really doable. Over the 25 years that I've been in business, lots of things has changed. When I first started my business, there was no internet. Now we have AI to make things easier. And I want you to hear my heart because I'm going to give you the guts here. I'm going to give you my system that has never changed, 3 steps, but the information is not going to move the needle. You're going to have to actually implement it. And any tool, whether it's that you purchase, that you use, anything that is AI without a human brain to connect the dots is really just faster overwhelm. The first step in building any online business is you need to know what you're building, who it's for, how you're going to get paid, and how you're going to promote it. Okay, and this is Paige, which I'm going to introduce you to her. This is my custom GPT one. And some of you might just be rolling your eyes and thinking, okay, yes, I know we got to plan it. But it's not just who it's for, how you're going to get paid, how are you going to promote it. Those are the guts. And yes, we need to know that. But most importantly, how is it going to fit into your life? I have spent hours with women creating their plan, and they don't implement it because they never took into account how it was going to fit into their life. Okay? If you come to me and you say, hey, I want to build a $100,000 business, I have a $5 product, and I can only work 1 hour a week. Okay? We're either going to adjust your goals or we need to adjust your life so that you can work more. Okay, because I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't sell products based on what I call false advertising. And that's a little harsh, but to say, make $1 million in 10 hours a week, is it feasible? Absolutely. You definitely can do it. But what they don't tell you in some of those group coaching and things, and I'm not picking on anybody, is that, that includes ads. It might be $50,000 a year in ads. It might be that they have a team of 5 that works for them so that they can work 10 hours a week. Okay, so your plan needs to look as much like what you want your business to do, as much as what you want your personal life to look like. And right along with Planet is the platform to sit in. And this is Piper. I'm going to introduce you to the ChatGPTs I created in a few minutes. But what you do here is you pick a platform where you want to build your business. And lots of people, and again, I know I feel like I'm picking on and being negative to the industry, but I'm a realist. Okay. So the 3 systems that I build on are GoHighLevel, Systeme, and Kajabi. There's lots of people that will say, oh my gosh, you've got to do high level. I built, a $10 million business. Okay. The platform helps. It makes it easier and it does what you need it to do. But just saying that I use GoHighLevel it's not going to build your business. Same with Systeme and same with Kajabi. So it's finding a platform that works for your goals and also your budget. And I know a lot of people, again, I hate to be like crashing on the industry as a whole, but it's one of the things that I am so passionate about. If you don't have, like, say for Kajabi, $179 a month, that's their lowest plan, to pay to be running your business starting out, that's okay. There's other platforms that can do it. You might need a free platform. You might be comfortable at 97. It kind of depends. So there's a lot going on into this. And that's why it's part of the planet stage, because it directly affects how the rest is going to go forward. And then after planet, it's going to be branded. This is not buying a logo off of Etsy and because it's a pretty pink color, because I love pink. This is everything: your voice, your message, your visual direction, the brand that sounds like you. So when you show up, people know that it's you. It is your messaging. You have to know what your pain points of your ICA is, what they relate to. So my ICA typically are moms, and they're in their 40s to 50s, and they've spent a lot of time in corporate America working, and they feel like they're missing out on their kids' lives, and they really want a business that can take them out of corporate America so they have not just the freedom in their finances, but the freedom to live life how they really want it. My story, not going to go into it really quick, but I started my first business in 2000 so I could stay at home with my daughter. My youngest, I've had 3 kids since 2000. My youngest is 19. And every business I've started, every product that I've built has been based on where my children were in their lives and what they needed from me. Okay. That is my messaging. Okay. And it resonates with a lot of women. So your brand is your story, your reason. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into that. And then the last part is build it. And I see a lot of people, they take classes on how to plan it, they take classes on how to brand it, and they get stalled in the build. Now, again, just like my tagline says, I'm someone that takes away the tech tiers, okay? Whether that's a done with you service, or I teach you how to do it, or a done for you where I take it completely off of your plate. Or you might be a DIY person. But regardless, this is the place where I see most women get hung up. But if it's not built, you can't sell it. So this is just as important as all the other steps. All right, so all pulled together, this is what I call the She's Unstoppable HQ team. Paige, which is your one-page business plan, which is going to help with your platform. Brandy is your brand designer, and Cami is your copywriter for your website. And then again, just like I said in the beginning, none of this matters if you don't have a person on the other side that knows what questions to ask, because you do need critical thinking. And I'll tell you a little story before I jump in. Last week, my computer crashed. Didn't really crash. There were websites that I couldn't get into that just happened to be my platforms that I manage for clients. And I spent some time doing it myself. I asked ChatGPT. It sent me and said, okay, we're exhausted with options. You need to go to Geek Squad. Then I spent about 8 hours that day on it, borrowed my son's laptop in between his classes, came back, asked Claude, and Claude basically, we spent about 2 hours, and Claude told me the same thing. It's time for Geek Squad. At the end of that conversation, it dawned on me that there was a missing piece that neither AI had asked me, and they wouldn't have known to ask. But because I work in tech, I completely knew, okay, this is what is missing. Plugged it in. I didn't know how to fix it, but I plugged it in. Within 3 minutes, Claude had me up and running. So 5 full days, I was scrambling, either fixing, borrowing my son's laptop, and honestly just wanting to throw it out the window, if I'm going to be honest. But so without that missing piece, I would have ended up at Geek Squad, and they probably would not have figured it out either, just because my problem was a Cloudflare problem, and Geek Squad is hardware specific, and it wasn't a hardware problem. Anyway, so just a little background, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to dive right into Paige. Okay, so this is what Paige looks like when you pull her up. I'm not going to go through all of these questions, but I just want to give you a little idea of the questions that she asks. So if you want to do this on your own, you'll be able to go through it too. So we're going to click right here, help me make my dream a reality. And you'll see here, it starts with the lifestyle vision and the non-negotiables. What kind of lifestyle do you want your business to support? What are your non-negotiables? Might be things like hours, working from home, or whatever. So I'm just going to kind of put in a couple so you can see what she does. And we're going to say yes. So we're going to move to that. Okay, so now it's going to spit back to me. So you get a minute to kind of look over and see if there's anything else that you want to add. I'm going to say yes, that is my annual revenue goal. And this is going to be one of the most important parts of your plan. Who is your ideal client and what do you help them achieve? So I know mine really, really well. I just told you it's a mom in between 40 and 50 that feels like she's missing out on her life, coming from corporate America, and want to have more control in a business that gives them the freedom that they want. What transformation do I help them achieve? I take them from idea to done, basically. So their idea ends in a working online presence. But I am going to tell Paige that I don't really know. Okay. And so you can see what Paige does. And now she's going to reframe it back to you. Women who want to start an online business but feel overwhelmed by technology. If that's you, shake your head, raise your hand, even though I can't see you. You are my people. What is the transformation? You're going to go from confused on how to get your business up and running to have a professional website to start attracting clients. And then it'll ask you, does it feel accurate? Can we narrow it down? All right, women starting a coaching business. And then it's going to ask you for your offer suite. Again, I have an offer suite. So my freebie is a tech clarity call. My low ticket offer is a $97 HQ team DIY. And then my signature offer is the HQ suite done with you service. And that is a 97. Okay. And so it's giving it all right back to me. And then it's going to ask me questions. Does it build the full website or is it more, et cetera, et cetera? I'm not going to get into that because we're going to move to the next one. But what I want you to see is when we get done with this all the way to the end, we're going to pop over to Brandy and Brandy is here to help us get our brand together. All right, so we're ready to get started. And the first thing we are going to do is we are going to upload the one-page business plan that Paige just created for us. So she's got the one-page business plan and she spit it back to me. So if there is if there's any changes, I can address them now. And now she's going to give me some thoughts. Strategic strengths, an insight, simple online business without the overwhelm. And then it's going to ask you, what do you want it to do? And we want to do a full brand playbook. And she is going to do her thing. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it next. So once we get the playbook from Brandy, we're going to jump into Cami, and she is your one-page copywriter. We're going to say ready to get started, and she is going to tell us upload the brand playbook. We are going to go ahead and do that. And boom, your website copy comes out. Now, after it comes out, you can take a look at it, see if there's any tweaks that you need, anything like that. But the next step is in each one of the systems that I build in, which is Kajabi, Systeme.io, and GoHighLevel, there is a base template for you. And I'm going to show you how this works. So it's going to say Hero Section 1, and it's going to tell you exactly where to plug the things in it. Okay? So you're literally copying and pasting into the template. Now, this template, it's a good template, but for anyone saying, I'm not really sure that this is going to fit my brand, this template, this is a client that I did she did done for you in 7 days. So you can see it didn't have to be blue. It didn't have to be blah. We proofread it up. added in our brand colors, and boom, it is very, very on brand. And that was just a very quick overview of how I use ChatGPT to build my business and client businesses. But again, I want to go back to AI alone can't do it, because even with all of the chatbots, you have to take action on what you're learning and implement it. When I name my business She's Unstoppable, it's not because unstoppable is a force, it's a commitment. And when a woman builds her business with intention and commitment, she really is unstoppable. Okay, so to recap, plan it. Know what you're building, who it's for, and how it's going to fit into your life. Brand it, messaging and visuals that actually sound and look like you. And then build it, connected, working, and ready to make money. Those are the 3 steps. Now I want to show you how I make that happen in 7 days. So if you're watching this, this is what you want to screenshot. And I want you to pay attention to the down arrows where it says schedule it. If you are running a business, I'm going to get up on my soapbox. If you're running a business or you want to run a business, if you do not have working hours and you don't schedule them, your business will not be successful. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and, because I've been working with women long enough in organization and building businesses, I'm going to tell you what I hear them say. But it feels so containing. I don't want to be on a schedule. I got into business to have freedom. Yes, you did get into business to have freedom. I take 6 vacations a year and I'm off from November to December. Okay, but that doesn't mean that I just fly by the seat of my pants. My days are scheduled. It's freedom because you are the one scheduling your time. Okay, now I babysit my nephew every Wednesday, so my day doesn't start until 2:30 when I get home. On a regular day, I work from 10 to 4. All right, that's freedom. Freedom isn't, well, I'll take care of this when I get a chance. It's the freedom to plan it so you can make it happen. Okay, so if I am building a 7-day business plan or a 7-day build for a client, this is exactly what I do. Day 1, I run Paige and I figure out the business plan, so we know exactly where we are going. Day number 2, that page can get done in probably an hour. If you know a little bit about what you want to do, it won't take that long. 2, Hyper helps you choose your platform. And I put it on day 2. Most of the time we do it on day 1, but if you are planning your own 7-day build, you can put it on day 2, but figure out, research your platforms, decide where you want them to go. Day 3, run Brandy. This is going to build your brand playbook. Probably about an hour and a half. Brandy is solid, but once you get it, you still want to go back through and read it. So I allot about an hour and a half for that. Day 4, run Cami to write your website copy. Day 5, this is where you're going to secure your domain, set up your platform, and drop your copy into the template and swap out your branding like I showed you. Day 6, if you have a lead magnet, this is where you're going to connect that and put your checkout page in so that you can actually make money. And day 7, if this is a client build, what we do is we review everything, I hit publish, and they go live. And again, I just want to reiterate, AI is so incredibly helpful, but it's not going to replace the human side. Hopefully now that you've saw the process that I follow with every client I work with and in my own personal business, the 3 steps and the 7-day build out plan, your wheels are turning and you're in motion and you can create your own path forward. If you want to explore the tools I use, you can take a closer look at the HQ team in the links below. And I appreciate your time. Always open for questions in the comments. And if you like this, never thought I would be saying this, hit that subscribe button so you'll get the updates every week when I drop new content.